Hey everyone, Travis Gafford here with Travis Gafford Esports, and today I'll be interviewing Travis Gafford himself. Wait,
You have to hold the microphone in front of your face.
I wasn't supposed to do that.
When you
First
talk.
time here, bit of an amateur here, and then we also got the main character of every anime, and like real life in general. Soren. Thank you, Kevin. Soren Bjergsen Biao. Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah.
All right, let's start off with how are you guys doing today?
I thought Travis was asking the questions.
Oh.
No,
I'm Travis Gafford.
I'm doing great. Yeah. Thank you so much, Travis, for asking me, Travis, about this.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. And so now it's my turn to ask
Yeah,
the
yeah,
questions?
now it's
Okay,
your
good. I didn't know at one point in time I got to resume the interview. All right, let's talk a little bit. So you guys are two dudes that now have three new dudes on your team, and now you have to prove once more that you can be the best team in North America. How are you going to do that?
By winning, that's usually how you prove it, Travis.
Yes. Yeah.
Winning
I
a lot.
think, when I ask these questions, I'm going for more of like an in-depth, answer.
By practicing and then using that practice to win.
Okay. So isn't that what the other 9 teams are going to be doing?
But we do it better than them.
Okay. So you will win by practicing better.
Yeah, and we have Song,
Okay.
the best coach.
Okay, cool. And now we've got the coach in there. Any other ways that you guys are going to win?
And Gillette, the best sponsor.
There we go. Okay. Oh, and now
Oh
we have,
shit! Oh, I was actually
Yes.
thirsty. Thank you, Mike.
I love it whenever
This
players coordinate.
I guess this is
water
our.
is the best a man can get.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's take a sip here.
Yeah, that's great. Is it because of the fact that you've got Gillette
quite
on it?
refreshing.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. Oh.
Thanks for pointing it out.
Yeah, that's great. As the flashes are going off. Love these media days. Either way, no, let's talk a little bit about the roster. Are you guys going to keep holding that the whole time? You can if you want.
Yes.
Okay.
Just staying hydrated. It's important.
Very good. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the lineup. So you guys swapped out 3 players, and you got 3 new ones. Do you guys think that's going to change the identity of your team very much?
I don't really think so. I think Mike Young plays pretty similar to Dennis. They're both really good Lee Sin players, and it's just really, we haven't really practiced as a team yet, so it's hard to say exactly how it's going to affect our team, but I think really what we did last year and what we're going to continue to strive for is playing the game in the best way possible, not just like, oh, TSM always camps mid. It's like we want to play what's best in the meta and what's the most optimal way to play the game. And I think that's how I've seen G2 playing as well, so I can imagine it would be similar.
Hauntzer, are you concerned that you're next in Bjergsen's diabolical plan to replace all the players with EU players?
Yeah, I've been around for 2 years now, so maybe this might be my last year.
Okay.
Wish me luck though.
Yeah.
Hopefully I perform well.
Yeah, hopefully. Otherwise, is this your plan, by the way? to
Barely
replace-
made the cut.
Oh, really? Okay.
Eventually, it's gonna be 5 Danish players.
Okay.
So just in time, it will happen,
Yeah.
and Bjergsen will still be the mid laner then.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, okay, let's talk about this because I think it was talked about that you had specifically re-signed with TSM, right, for another deal, or that you were sticking around.
No, that was actually a complete misunderstanding.
Oh, really?
I was already signed with TSM, and I just tweeted that, oh, TSM's in franchising. I'll be playing there too. And everyone took it as I re-signed.
Yeah. I was confused about that because I thought you were already on board. But was there ever a world where you don't play for TSM this year? Like, was that ever a chance, or are you just so committed to this? Because I know you had a deal, but other people had deals and ended up on other teams. So in your mind, was there ever a chance?
I mean, after I had the first meeting with Andy, then no, because Andy told me I want Song, I want Sven and Mithy, and I want the best jungler I can get, most likely Mike Young. And we were able to get that exact roster. So when Andy and even Parth, when they had that, I could just tell instantly that they wanted to get the best roster again that they could possibly get. Whereas I know other teams care more about maybe branding value or, obviously it might not be the best for TSM's brand to kick a big name like Doublelift, but we truly care about just winning. And we felt like this roster was the best way for us to win.
Also, the best top laner.
Yeah, the best top laner. Speaking of Doublelift, I'm so glad you brought him up because I have to mention him in every interview. But Hauntzer, I did an interview with him, and his quote was that he wants to absolutely demolish TSM's legacy and make them regret the decision. I'm very curious if you have a response to that at all, or what you think of that statement.
I just don't think there's any universe where we're gonna regret that decision, and it's gonna be a good decision. We're gonna shit on TL if they make the finals. I hope they do, so then we can beat them. But
we're not going to
we
be in
gotta-
the fourth place match, so
yeah.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because earlier Reggie tweeted that the TSM CLG rivalry is dead and that it was all about TSM TL. He tweeted this when I had Nick Allen on my show, and Nick Allen's response, Nick Allen being the guy running CLG these days, Nick Allen's response was that there will be a TSM TL rivalry for fourth place. So I'm very curious, are you concerned at all about CLG? And if you guys think TL is going to be fourth, is there a chance that CLG will be going up against you?
I mean, they got a player that we decided we didn't want anymore.
Oh shit!
And they think that's going to make them beat
no.
us?
Okay. Holy moly. All right.
That's surprising.
Yeah.
Vincent's a great guy, but yeah, that's the end of my answer.
Okay.
Rainover also dropped off a lot, so don't know if he can get back up there.
I didn't even know he was playing anymore.
Yeah, I know.
You didn't know he was playing?
Because
anymore?
he
I
wasn't
thought he
playing on
quit.
TL,
Okay.
right? So,
Yeah. So people go to disappear.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So a lot of trash talk here on the Gillette TSM Media Day. Hauntzer, are you concerned about any of the top laners or any of the new rosters that we're seeing kind of start to leak and get announced?
I mean, it's pretty much the same top laners, right? Like, you got Someday, Impact.
Hooney's back.
Oh,
That's all you got?
Is Flame in there?
Supposedly, that's rumored.
Yeah, and then maybe Hooney.
Yeah.
So, I played against them all before. Don't think there'll be any, new challenge to me.
Yeah. All right, so you guys have been dismissive of CLG. You've been dismissive of Team Liquid. What teams do you think will contest for first place with you guys?
No, I think those teams could. It's just let's say they're tier 3. We're tier 1. So they're the closest teams to us, but they're still really far.
Okay.
Is what I'm saying.
And there's no tier 2 in your mind?
No.
Okay.
Not yet. They might get up there, but
Yeah. How
they'll
does
never
that work?
reach
Because
us.
if you have a tier 1 and a tier 3, and you don't have a tier 2, doesn't that just automatically make tier 3 tier 2?
No. We're talking
Microphone up.
skill level, right?
Okay.
So their skill level is tier 3.
Okay.
Not just they don't get moved up because they're still not good.
Okay, I see. It's a skill thing. I understand.
Yeah.
Okay. Bjergsen, do you agree with this? Well, let's put it this way. You've got this new lineup. You guys believe that this is going to be really good, but TSM has, to be honest, consistently failed to meet expectations at international events. So how will this lineup change the expectations for TSM that have sort of been set over these past couple of years?
I don't think it will change the expectation much because I think the expectation is actually almost always fairly high, and I think the expectation will continue to be high, whereas if we continued with the same roster, it would probably lower quite a bit from the consistent failure. But I think the biggest factor that has changed, we got better players, but I think the biggest thing is really having a better coaching staff. We only played one scrim set with the All-Stars team with Song, but I already see something that I haven't really seen in any other coach other than maybe Reginald himself. He's very confident in his ability, and he knows what the team needs to get better at. So I'm very excited to work with Song.
Speaking of Song, are you guys concerned at all about language barrier issues?
I mean, for the All-Stars event, we've had a translator come in, and so far that's worked pretty well. And, we're working with Lesboy too, so he can help translate a little bit. And if we really have problems understanding each other, then we'll just hire a full-time translator, and that'll fix everything.
I think they're also getting English tutoring once or twice a week or something like that. So in the beginning, we're going to need a translator for Song. I think Lesboy speaks English just fine. He just needs to be more confident in speaking. And then with time, I think we won't need a translator at all. So
I think we need to start winding down. So really quickly, I'll ask two quick questions. One is, Sven and Mithy were kind of pushing this narrative of this is the all-star Western team than an NA team. What do you think of that?
I agree.
Agreed.
And then finally, do you have anything you want to say to any of the TSM fans who are hyped to see how you guys can perform next year?
I said this in another interview, but I think the biggest thing that people are kind of worried about is that they lose the people that they know and love from our team, and they lose that friendship in the team, I guess. But I think once you get to know Sven, Mithy, and Mike, you'll begin to love them too, just the same as you did with my previous teammates. So just give them a chance. Watch TSM Legends. Watch whatever content comes out with Travis Gafford from Travis Gafford Esports. And I think you'll begin to like my new teammates a lot.
Yeah. Hauntzer, you have anything?
I'd like to thank Gillette for holding this media day, allowing us to do this interview. Wonderful sponsor. We appreciate them a lot.
Yeah. Well, legitimately, I also appreciate Gillette for putting this together so I could talk to you guys. Thanks so much for the interview. And for everyone else, you can check out the rest of my coverage of all things esports right here on my YouTube channel. Hey, everyone. At the end of Yahoo Esports, Avli May made a commitment to me to keep helping me out on this YouTube channel, and then she bailed as soon as she could to Riot Games to get the big bucks. So if you could help me out, that would be great over at travisgafford.com/support.